Hello and welcome to Living on the Spectrum 17. Today we are here at the Magic Circle Tour. The Magic Circle Tour is basically, I don't know if you heard magicians talk about the Magic Circle, and always to stay in the Magic Circle, the secret stays within, and the magicians are part of the Magic Circle. I'm a magic lover. I do like magic. I do magic myself actually. Also, I'm not a magician, but I do magic for fun. I do like magic, so I'm really looking forward to explore this tour. It's actually a Father's Day present that I got from my dad. But I'm really looking forward to explore this tour. So what we're going to do, what we're going to do now is we have to find the location first. So we took the picture, as you can see now, the pictures, I put the picture of me in front of the magic circle. So we had to try and find out where the magic circle was. So we walked to the magic circle so we know where it was, and then we went out and we got a bagel before we had our 12 o'clock, because we had a 12 o'clock slot for the tour. So yeah, and then we stepped in. So yeah, so let's step in to the Magic Circle Tour. So we stepped into the Magic Circle Tour and we got greeted. They checked our names, they checked our details so they can know that we got a ticket. And they said, welcome to the Magic Circle. Have you been to the Magic Circle before? And I said, no, but I really do like magic. So we stepped in and we had a little bit of time before the tour started to look around at some old posters. So here's some posters. We also saw a plaque on the wall. We saw all old posters, and also this is where the magicians sit and they train on Mondays and stuff like that to do magic. We just explored around before this tour started, exploring around, seeing all the posters. As you can see, all the different artwork, and you can see all the different artwork segment that I'm putting in here right now. All different artwork, or different got David Copperfield. We've got loads of different magician artwork. You also got a plaque with the names and the founders. Because this is a little room. They also had a little gift shop as well. But this was just a little room pre-tour. This is before the tour started. So there's a lot to see already. A lot of optical illusions to see already before the tour started. Because we went in there and then we just explored around the posters. They said take some pictures. They told us that you can take pictures and some videos, but you can't take a lot of the pictures and videos. But yeah, but that was before tour hasn't started yet at this point. We're just looking around looking around the posters. Really lovely posters here. And yeah, and then the guy says, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the tour will start. And then the tour started, where we were first standing around a stairwell, looking up at the stairwell, and you can see all the stairs, and they told us about the stairwell, and they said we're going to actually start the tour by a stairwell. So we started the tour by the stairwell, and then we went upstairs, and they said we're going to go to the theatre. So we were going upstairs, and we're seeing these lovely posters and lovely artwork on the walls. While we got upstairs, there's lovely spiralized stairs, and also, they said they're going to take us through the theatre. So they took us through the theatre, and they said they're going to take us, not the audience way, they're going to take us backstage. So we went backstage, where we went into the theatre, and we went on the stage. So we are standing on the stage, and then they said, oh well, we're going to do a magical moment where we open the curtains. So they opened the curtains, and then they told, and then they said sit down and you get to watch a short presentation. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to film the presentation. I filmed the first bit, but I didn't get to film the whole presentation. And then they told us, and then we took some pictures in the theatre, and yeah, it was really good actually to see the Magic Circle Theatre. It was really, really good. And then they took us to a different room. This different room was amazing, actually. This different room, they said that you can't take pictures or film in the museum. But this wasn't the museum yet. The museum was at the end, which is filled with archives. I'll tell you that in a bit. But this was amazing. You can take pictures here. This was the original. When on the video, we couldn't film the video because it was copyright reason, but you can take pictures in this room, but just not the museum, because this bit is not the museum yet. So on the video they showed a zigzag lady, and that was and the original box of zigzag ladies here. There's loads of different props from Tommy Cooper, loads of different there's also a Daniel Paul Daniels magic set, and loads of different things. Yeah, Paul Daniels magic set. You can see all different types of cups and balls and different types of props. It's actually really amazing. The props they have here and the old props. Even if you're not opposed to take pictures in the museum, well, this is not, like I told you, the guys, this is not the museum. This is just the props. You can take pictures before the museum. I tell you guys about the museum, but I haven't got any photos or videos about of the museum because you're not allowed to. But before you went into the museum, you are allowed to see all these other props. You saw the Harry Houdini tank, which handcuffs and his original escapism. They were telling you stories how there was a police officer and they said, you know what? Give me your finest handcuffs. And then they strapped him to a pole and then they said, I'm going to go out for lunch. I'm going to go out for lunch and then I'm going to be back in an hour. Let me know and then I'll let you out. And he said, no, well, I'll come with you. He escaped that quickly. They're showing you stories that about that. And yeah, really amazing different types of props and cups and balls and stuff like that. And then they took us into the museum. Unfortunately, we couldn't film the museum, but I can tell you guys about it. So we went into the museum and we saw all original props like the cutting in half tricks. We saw decks of cards, old decks of cards. We also saw Dynamo, you know, if you know Dynamo the magician, also known as Stephen Frame. We saw his original shoes that he walked on the River Thames with. We also saw the original map, the folding map from Harry Potter film. We saw original Steel Mulhern magic set and stuff like that. We saw loads of different original props. Unfortunately, you couldn't film in there, but it was really good. Overall, the Magic Circle was amazing. Oh my goodness. It was really good. I've been on tours before, but this is the best ever tour I've been to. And the tour guys were so lovely. They made it lovely. They're really funny, especially when it was like, there was a guy called Pete, and there was a guy, I can't remember what the other guy was called, and he was like, Pete, don't ask questions, because obviously he works there. But they were so funny, and they did a really good job of giving us the tour. And the Magic Circle, I highly recommend it. If you love magic, or if you want something different to do in London, I highly recommend the Magic Circle tour. It's so magical, and it was really amazing. A really good experience. I really like people supporting my channel, and remember to like and subscribe. And remember, life is a roller coaster, so buckle up and enjoy the ride. Living on the Spectrum 17, signing out.